You didn't know
Wait,
what you were getting.
Jeff, I got a question for you. Speaking of T.O., and John's going to like this one. John said a couple of weeks ago, I don't want to speak for John, but John, you want to clarify exactly what you said about A.J. Brown as it compares to
I said, well, first of all, I said AJ's the best receiver in Eagles history.
Which I agree with. T.O.'s
I would agree.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Now, and for the people that want to argue Mike Quick or Harold Carmichael, Tommy McDonald, I get that because of longevity and for people
and their Hall of Fame status.
Yeah, for people want to argue T.O., I'm like, what are you talking about?
Barely here.
He was here for 1 year. He obviously it's all reputation based. He's all Hall of Fame. You're a stat guy. Has anybody? This is what I brought up. Everybody forgets. Has any high level receiver ever dropped the football as much as Terrell Owens?
He always dropped the football.
Anybody in the catch 2 game, he dropped like 4 balls. Remember, they had to console him.
Yeah,
on the sidelines. One of the most famous, probably the most famous catch of his career.
Yeah, he dropped 2, and they were easy ones.
Yeah,
I remember when he was with the Eagles, McNabb threw him a slant, and it was an easy touchdown. Like if you look at an early version of All 22, he was gone. And this is how much his personality changed. He dropped it, clapped his hands, and said to Donovan, "Just let's go back to that." And then I think he had like a 30-yard gain on the next play.
Yeah,
but that was when things were good.
Explosive, tremendously explosive. His first year in Dallas, which I'll never forget. 17 drops. 17 drops. I got to cover Chris Carter in the prime of his career. I don't think he dropped 17 balls in his life.
Well, all Chris Carter did was catch touchdowns, John.
He didn't drop practice balls. He didn't drop balls.
Well, he didn't drop. Well, he might have dropped stuff with the Eagles, but that was with the Eagles, not with the Vikings.
I don't think he did with the Eagles either. He did not drop the football. But he ranked in top 4 in drops in the NFL 8 different times. 8 different times.
He dropped it a lot, and I think it was the game when they came back when Dallas came to face the Eagles the first time. I remember hearing it was like that Sound FX show. He dropped like 2 passes, and Dawkins was coming this way. Dawkins goes, he's going to drop it. Like those guys knew.
Yeah.
Because they were ready to hit him.
I mean, it's one of my pet peeves. It's like, and I get it. He's a tremendous big play guy. I'm not arguing he was a great receiver, but he was a certain style of receiver, and he wasn't the guy who was. He shouldn't be in the conversation with Jerry Rice and Randy Moss. And too many people put him in that conversation.
He is in that conversation because of his numbers, though. His numbers are up there.
Well, then that's it. That's it. Yeah. And you mentioned how many years did he play? How many teams did he play for?
Yeah.
Look, I don't care about the volume. And even so, like somebody like Tim Brown, who's a great receiver, has volume as well. And people don't put him in that category. He's a Hall of Famer, but they don't put him in that category, that rarefied air.
I always say, like,
he doesn't belong, and this is not an insult. He doesn't belong with Jerry Rice and Randy Moss. That's all I'm saying.
I think if we're going by their peaks, like their best football, Randy clearly is better. If Jerry clearly is better.
Oh, I mean, Jerry. But honestly, Randy doesn't belong in Jerry's status. Jerry's
no. You know what's weird about Randy? Like, he got to 32 and he was like done. Like, it was so weird. I thought he'd be that. I thought he'd be like T.O., like he'd be in his mid-30s and just still be good because he's Randy Moss. But never really.
Well, I think football changed a little bit too, and they don't want, like, Jerry played into his 40s. Like, nobody's playing in their 40s now at wide receiver. They just won't allow it. But yeah, I mean, that's all I said, and people got all butthurt about it. And he was here for like a year. I don't know why Eagles fans have glommed onto him.
I don't understand how they won all those years with Donovan, and they love to blame Donovan for everything. But a lot of it's him, T.O. too. Like, The only thing I blame Donovan for is not going to bat for his receiver, but his receiver's the one who signed the stupid contract where the Eagles could take advantage of him.
Yeah. Anyway, but I maintain, and I'm very clear. All due respect to the Tommy McDonald's and Harold Carmichaels and Mike Quicks, AJ Brown is the best receiver the Eagles have ever had.
You're not a PP host guy there, John McMullen?
Ray Didinger would be proud of you, Jeff Kerr. Ray Didinger would be proud of you.
I mean, the guy literally caught the football like this. I don't know how. That's one question in life I'd love to ask somebody. How do you catch a football like that?
Now, how do you guys think AJ fits with the Sean Mannion offense in Philly?
I think he could fit into any offense, but
yeah.
No, but explicitly this one. Do you think this will give AJ an opportunity to catch the ball more, more often?
No,
okay.
I don't.
I still say if he goes to the Patriots, it's long term, it's not going to be viable for him. I think he's just going to be frustrated. He might be even more frustrated when it's back to what it was in Tennessee. And I think Josh McDaniels is. There are some people that should be coordinators, as John McMullen has heard me say multiple times, and he's one of them. But what's going to happen to AJ when, after this honeymoon phase, like he said, and we're in game 15?
He's not going to like playing with Drake May.
No, he's not.
Except for the deep balls. He's got a long way to go with everything else. He well, I think everybody.
I almost think he'd be better off in a place like Denver.
He wants to go play with. Boy, that Rams thing, that would have been perfect for him.
Oh yeah. That's his dream.
I can't. I mean, I can't imagine Howie Roseman trading AJ Brown to the LA Rams.
Me neither.
No,
but 13th overall pick, John, gets real enticing when you got problems to fix on your team, like a future, replacing Lane Johnson, some of the edge rusher.
You know who would entice me? Jared Verse. That would entice me.
I said that, Jeff. It's so funny you said. I said the same thing.
I joked. I'm like, sure. I'll take Jared Verse for him.
You might have to send AJ and a pick to get Jared Verse.
Which is fine. I would do that.
Can you imagine them in the playoffs and AJ's going, boy. I wouldn't do it. That's like a Cowboy.
Can you imagine if Cooper DeJean just put a boomstick on him? This Cooper DeJean can already do no wrong.
Well, you're thinking of the positive. I'm thinking of the negative because
I know,
I'm thinking about 3 touchdowns in the NFC Championship game. That's what I'm thinking about.
I still to this day say Reggie Bush has not been the same player since Sheldon Brown laid him out.
Well, you were allowed to hit people back then. You're not allowed to hit people now. So
you're not allowed to do anything now. It's a sport that relies more on fantasy football and gambling than it actually does why we got into this.
Oh yeah, it's not the same. And if you do hit somebody hard, you're gonna get the woo. It's always called a woo hit because the fans will, and then the flag comes out 10 seconds later. Oh, that looked too violent. Let me throw a flag.
It's funny too. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be a defensive player because you got to hit the quarterback like that. You got to lay out people, and now you can't.